Hi guys, I'm going to try and hit this in one take, 10 minutes of your time. Okay, just want to touch base before our coaching session on Friday and the start of the season on Sunday. Four things. One, just a quick discussion about Marden's long-term hockey development plan. Coaching delivery, very short piece on planning for sessions and what happens next from here. Okay, so first of all, just thought I'd mention the mission statement for the junior section. Marden Russets Hockey Club aims to inspire and nurture a lifelong love of hockey in all junior members, whatever their ability or background. We pride ourselves in identifying and developing talent, and most importantly, enabling everyone to fulfill their potential. Okay, so the long-term hockey development, I've sent through a paper on this. It also covers a little bit about coaching delivery. But what a long-term hockey development plan is, it's a sport-specific framework providing optimal training, competition and recovery program that respects and utilises the natural stages of physical, mental and emotional growth of athletes. It's based on a model, long-term athlete development model, and this is a general model, but it can be turned specific to whatever sport, and obviously in our case hockey. But it's athlete-centred, but coach-driven, and it needs to be supported by everyone associated within the club, such as officials, administrators, parents, volunteers and sponsors and stuff. Everyone needs to be on board, and it's designed really to help us deliver our mission statement. Children who enjoy playing hockey from a young age will be healthier and more likely to continue lifelong physical activity. In addition though, if they're trained well and have access to an appropriate development pathway, more of them will reach elite playing levels. This is a must-read document, okay? There's loads of really useful information in there. At the very least, before Friday and before Sunday, go to the section that's relevant to the age group that you're coaching. You'll find appropriate physical, technical, tactical, mental and health considerations which you can put into your session planning. The document currently goes beyond what we might be able to support at the club right now. It starts at year 0. We generally start kind of under 7s, about 6 years old. And at the other end, you know, it does talk about kind of elite performance, 19 plus in terms of age groups and stuff. Debatable whether we can, you know, manage that at the moment within the club. But what is important is to see how it all fits together at these different developmental stages and how that can impact on our approach and delivery of coaching. So coaching delivery here, really we're just talking in terms of, you know, good quality coaching and establishing that and getting consistency throughout the club at the different age levels. Understanding these different stages of development is really important and gives us a solid strategic approach to achieving our mission statement. But you know, how we deliver the content effectively to the kids is equally as important. So one, how do we become better coaches? Well, we do formal training with England Hockey, lots of coaching courses there we encourage you to go on. We do our in-house coaching, so like on Friday we've got our first coaching session. John Shaw coming down to take that session. We should do 1 or 2 more throughout the course of the season. Observational learning is really useful. Go and see other coaches, watch other coaches in the club, go and find other coaches in other situations, watch them. Get people to watch you and give some feedback to you as well, kind of mentorship type of scenario. Ask people to do that, you know, just through experience of coaching and evaluating your own coaching, you know, however you think you're performing, what works, what doesn't, is a really good method. There's loads of stuff to research out there. The England Hockey Hub, lots of good videos on there. Facebook, YouTube channels that you can follow about hockey coaching. There's tons of stuff. Have a look at it all. I just wanted to touch base though on England Hockey and something that they promote in terms of coaching delivery, something called the Golden Thread. Where have we got to there? Thread. Okay. Now, like I said, England Hockey promote the golden thread, and it consists of 5 key principles that they feel should be at the core of every coaching session. I'm just going to go through those and we'll just discuss them at the end very briefly. The first one is a no-brainer. It's make the sessions fun. Make sure your coaching is fun. The kids want to turn up the following week. Okay? Positive reinforcement is the key here. Enthusiasm. 2, loads of touches of the ball. Okay? We want the kids involved, ball on stick as much as possible. They need to be involved. Okay? Long gone are the days where we have a drill, long line of kids. It's waiting their turn, get on the ball, fluff it up, and then after a few seconds, then back to the queue again. There needs to be lots and lots of touches. Okay, I'm not saying drills aren't important, but the way we implement them to make sure there are lots of touches on the ball, that's what's key. Okay, number 3, looks something like the game. So with this one, looking to set up game-based situations and drills if necessary, working on skill-specific stuff, but make it relevant to the game, put them in game-orientated scenarios. That's quite an important one as well. 4, constant decision-making. Ask kids questions, okay? Rather than you tell them, do it like this, ask them to come up with some options. Let them think about it. So, you know, give me a couple of things that you could have done in that situation differently to what you've done. You know, name me 3 things that you're all doing really well in this game at the moment. Name 2 things that we can improve on. You know, get them to think. Make up a game-orientated situation, and let them work things out for themselves, you know, within the game. Just let it roll for a bit, see if they can work it out. If not, ask them the questions and let them think through. Okay, really important, that one. 5 is stretch, and this is in terms of providing the right amount of challenge for all the individuals in your group in terms of, you know, the different levels of ability, making sure that they're all moving forward regardless of where they are in terms of their ability and experience and stuff. I would also say that from a physical point of view, all these kids need to be stretching more physically, okay? Mobility stuff, really important. Cool. Using the golden thread as a foundation to your coaching approach, I think is a great place to start. And when used in conjunction with the different stages, different development stages set out in the long-term hockey development plan, can be really effective using them both together. But remember, as with the game of hockey itself, coaching best practice is constantly evolving. You should always be looking ahead, collecting and evaluating new ideas. Okay, none of this stuff is set in stone. There's some good guidelines, but put your own flavour to it. Okay. Just quickly then on session planning, what I would say about this is make sure you plan for your sessions. Okay, new coaches, if this is new to you, just continue, you know, get into the habit of planning your sessions. I do it midweek, perhaps on Wednesday afternoons. I tend to do mine. Send it off to my young leaders and assistant coaches so they know what we're doing. I turn up and make best use of the time. If you're not prepared, you're going to struggle. Make sure there is a warm-up and there is a cool-down. Really, really important, going back to my point about making sure we're stretching and mobilising. And then in here, the meat and the sandwich there, what are we going to do? The way I do it, and this isn't necessarily the best way of doing it, but I tend to think about a particular issue, a skill-related problem or a theme that I want to develop within the play. Okay, and I'm going to use that as my theme for the day. Prior to this, I would plan out, okay, well, what are the main factors which are going to mean that we are being successful or unsuccessful in terms of improving the particular issue. I would set up a game situation. I might manufacture it so that it's going to create the problem. Once that problem rises up, I'll ask the kids, okay, what's going wrong? How can we look to improve it? What kind of options are? Hopefully they'll start to identify a few things. So for example, if they identify this particular issue, then I might have already had a drill up my sleeve which we can work on outside of the game situation and then put it back in and see if it works. It breaks down again and they might identify this particular issue. We might not necessarily have to do a drill with that, we might just need to discuss it, and then let's put it back in here and let's see if it improves the situation. And hopefully by the end of the session, things are really working forward and you've started to eliminate the issue or improved on that sort of tactical thing that we might be working on. Okay, that just gives you a bit of an idea of how I do it, but lots of other ways, but do plan for it ahead. That's really key. What's next? Very quickly, it's important that we get to grips with this and we evolve it. Okay, we want to make it ours. It's not to say that everything in there is exactly right, but we need to evolve it and see what works well with us. We also want to work on developing a playing style for Marden. Okay, we can use England hockey national development themes, ideas of how they want or think the game should be played, but we want our own flavour to that. We want a Marden playing style, and across the board. So what we coach in the juniors with a view to them to moving up into the senior squads, the seniors need to be doing the same thing. So we're all kind of part of the same thought process. So that's an important one. And also we just want to continue to increase the number of kind of coaching resources that we can offer you as well. So I might be sending over to you in a day or two a little video about some ideas about warming up and cooling down and mobilisation as well. I think that's could be useful for some of the new coaches in there. Okay, so hopefully that was useful. Really looking forward to seeing how you get on Friday nights with John Shaw, and looking forward to meeting you all on Sunday, or seeing most of you, some of you again on Sunday in the first session. So thanks for listening. See you soon.